So this was recently brought to my attention.
The green bubble versus the blue bubble. Why is this a thing?
Because you're making it a thing to drive your own narrative.
See, Apple uses SMS and MMS. You remember that technology from the 90s?
What? No, it doesn't. You know that. And wait a minute, isn't that ancient, barbaric technology the same one that your own service falls back on if the receiver doesn't have RCS?
Anytime their customers want to communicate with someone outside Apple's sphere.
Oh, I like how you added that. You know, separating it from your claim a bit, so out of your side of your mouth.
And get this, RCS, or Rich Communication Services, is the modern standard adopted by most of the mobile world, except for Apple.
Well, certainly not most. Only about 55 of them, actually. The so-called universal profile is far from it. It allows carriers to sandbox the service to only work with their own customers, like Verizon. T-Mobile's version will only work with phones sold since 2018. Yeah, real universal. Sprint's implementation will only work with phones released on their platform. On top of that, carriers can pick and choose what services will work, including things like encryption. And RCS only offers encryption on one-on-one conversations.
No one should know what phone you're on. It should all just work.
Says who? Says you. Because Apple users know they're messaging Android users? Do Android users know if they're messaging an iPhone user?
And stop downgrading their own customers' experience.
Their customers' experience? My messaging works great. And I can also message Android users just fine. From my desktop and my iPad too. Thing is, this is a North American issue. The rest of the world simply doesn't use SMS anymore, or iMessage, or RCS. They're using apps like WhatsApp, WeChat, Messages. So this is a problem you are trying to make out of whole cloth.
So stop blaming your Android friends for ruining group chats.
Okay, truth be told, I was prepared to say this isn't a thing because frankly in my age group it isn't a thing. I have never ever heard of anyone blaming somebody for ruining a group chat because they're on Android. But I did ask my 16-year-old, and apparently that is a thing in that youth group. They will actively get pissed off at Android users for ruining group chats, so I stand corrected.
You can blame the geniuses for that.
Really? Didn't your engineers figure out how to interpret Apple's emoji reactions? Why not just work a little harder and make the whole damn thing work well with iMessage? Oh, yeah. This is about you trying to make your platform standard. I see. Google is not pushing RCS out of the goodness of their hearts or to be benevolent in any way. They think it will drive adoption of Android over iOS. And with 88% of US teens having an iPhone, you think Apple wants to give up that recognition? Mm-mm. And who are we kidding? Google's going to drop RCS like it drops everything else. Stadia ring a bell?